Trump sounding off on Chicago following a string of violent crimes, including the 26-year-old woman set on fire on a train last week.
They burned this beautiful woman riding in a train. A man was arrested 72 times. We could make Chicago a safe city in a period of 4 weeks. And if you look at the crime that's taken place in Chicago in the last 2 weeks, just take a look. It's on the front page of every newspaper. It's out of control.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson acknowledged the city's shortfalls following a separate fatal shooting incident on Friday after the city's Christmas tree lighting. Watch.
What we put in place did not do enough to prevent what we were concerned about from actually manifesting.
And Raymond, it seems that President Trump is so compelled to get involved because of the violent crime in that great city. The year to date, you're looking at 385 murders, nearly 1,400 shootings, more than 5,000 robberies, ridiculous amount of felony theft. How does Mayor Johnson run in that election on this sort of record in his watch?
Well, Brendan Johnson's going to run on a record that says, don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe what you see and hear going on around you. Forget that those are just property crimes. It doesn't really impact you. It's a big business and all of that. But what we know is this. When we had the chance to bring in the National Guard before, the mayor and the governor said, no, we don't need it. And we had 57 people shot, 9 people killed. I believe that was Labor Day weekend. We've had multiple offerings by this president to say, let me send in people to help, even just provide presence so that your police officers can go back into communities and do constitutional policing and get the bad guys. And at every turn they have said no. I know that the communities I represent and overall everyone in the city of Chicago wants to feel safe this holiday season, but every day of the year. And now we have a chance to see if the president is going to make good on that. I would say to my Democratic colleagues, if you don't believe him, call his bluff and let's see what he has to offer. But at the end of the day, if we could bring numbers down even 5 points more, as we saw during Operation Midway Blitz,
sure,
let's do it.
Well, and let me just, Alderman, get one last comment from you in the few seconds I've got left, and that is the opposition from Mayor Johnson opposing ICE and federal immigration law enforcement. We now know that one of the migrant teens, 16-year-old from Venezuela, charged in killing a homeless man.
There were multiple teen Venezuelans that were involved in that. And what we have seen is the politicians here in the city of Chicago trying to create cover and sympathy for our quote-unquote new neighbors. But this.
Please subscribe to our official channel, USA News,